Aloha, hey, it's Julie Ziemelis, 365 Hawaii, 365 team from Big Island, Keller Williams, and 365 Hawaii Living. And I am here today with Lance Owens from Luba Real Estate. And we're going to be doing the market update for West Hawaii here on Zoom. So you guys are going to get a treat today, because we are going to be actually giving Lance an opportunity to screen share. So you guys are going to be able to chance to see those stats up close and personal. And for the people who are actually on the Zoom call today, if you guys have anything that you guys want to ask questions, go ahead and put it in the chat and we will answer those. And for those of you on YouTube land, go ahead and send us either put a chat of a comment in the YouTube and we can try and answer that, or I will drop our email addresses down below so you guys can get a hold of us as well. So with that, let's go to Lance, who is the king of all stats. Lance, take it away.
Hey, aloha guys, thank you. And like Julie said, we thought we would share this time a little bit of what we're looking at behind the scenes, because I know a lot of times in YouTube land, you guys don't see the stats. So I'm just going to jump right into it and we will talk from there. So share screen and go with that. All right.
There we go.
Can see me now, right? Let me trying to figure out where to hide this at where it's not going to be in my way.
I see a lot of red arrows, Lance.
Yes, it is nothing but red arrows. So let's talk a little bit. So when we go down to look at our numbers, you know, that we're consistently have been down. Obviously, we've been going down for several months on sales. It seems to be the new trend. is sales are down quite a bit.
Yeah.
But why that's not affecting the actual the actual sales price as much is because if you look at this listings here, if you take a look right here, so in 2023 we had 179 new listings for the month, and in 2022 we had 279 new listings. So we had the inventory. People are slowing down their purchasing. They're not buying them as quick. We're going to look at days on the market and things like that. So but this kind of lets you know that why the actual numbers are down too. Sellers aren't selling, buyers aren't buying. We're just in this market, the zombie market, right? Where we're just hanging out here.
And our fluctuating interest rates aren't helping.
Yeah, exactly. And looking at condos are down. There were 79 new ones last year, 65 new ones this year. And on land listings, a big drop there, over 100 new land listings. So let's jump down. This is kind of interesting because this has been all over the charts for a while. You know, this has been going up and down, and this is kind of leveling. That's a good sign. And this is our sales volume by month. So the amount of money changing hands. We don't typically touch on this, but I'm going down. I like to see this graph stabilize because it just has been all over the chart. So it's good to see some of these things stabilizing. We're seeing a lot of red down, down, down. Again, if you know, we always offer these full reports, but when I'm behind the scenes, because all I've had for the first 15 years I did this was the old school one that I'm gonna jump to in the bottom, and I know how to read that and compare that with my boots on the ground and you know what's happening in real life. So
hey, so Lance, I gotta tell you though, when I was in France last May, the headlines across the United States was housing market hits a wall. And look at the May, and look at that's when we started seeing a decline here in Hawaii too. That shows that, you know, as soon as those interest rates went up, it went kind of across the board. You know, everyone just went like, ooh. So look at that. Yeah, it's and then the one before that, how went June. So yeah. Look at that May. It did. It basically hit that wall.
And then it jumped up, and then it went down, and it went up. All right, so let's just look at a year ago, okay? Because I had that pulled up in the background, because I know Julie's always going to call me out on something. So
I love some stats.
So I love to be prepared. So
well, just so you guys know too, when I told Lance that we hit the top of the market in May, he didn't believe me. So.
And we didn't. We hit, what did we, our median price went to 1.2 million, the highest it has ever been in history. last month. So
Last month. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
last month. So
Well,
think
there's sales
January.
value and then there's pricing. So
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it depends on what you're looking at. You're looking at numbers or numbers. I'm looking at numbers. So, but here's 21 versus 22, right?
yeah.
So it's these charts were just all over the place for all these years, and it's just been. I'm not going to concentrate too much on this one because this is last year.
Uh-huh.
I was looking for the. Sometimes they didn't have some of those charts available, so.
I remember last year we were crying about not enough inventory. It's
Yeah.
like it only gets worse.
Yeah, it just gets worse and worse. We thought for sure that this interest rate thing was going to take care of the inventory problem, and that's what's happening. So I just again I looked, you look at, we were complaining in 2022 we had no inventory. Actually, we had great inventory. We had more inventory than we did in 2021 on
Yeah.
single family homes. So very, very interesting how it changes and
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
So we're going to scroll down and we are going to take a look at the important numbers here, I think. And again, this is always available to people, is let's look at absorption rates and things like that, because that's what truly is affecting us and what's going on here. So this is they're going to move us out of here. This is the 12-month summary for the island. Okay, the absorption rate on the island is 24% right now. So I'll mention this because we got new followers. Some people bought homes and left. So a good market, a solid good market, is 15 to 20% absorption rate. Above 20% is a seller's market. Below 20%, below 15% is a buyer's market. Okay, so we're at 24% island wide. We were as high as the high 90s and 100% at some points. So we were selling more homes than we're active on the market and could be sold at one point. So so we are coming way back down island wide to what's going on here. So let's look at the numbers by the condos. Absorption rate island wide. Condos are at 53%. I'll call it 54, right?
Yeah.
54.9%. And there's 94 under contract. So that's huge. It's still a huge seller's market for condos.
And then since most of the condos are in West Hawaii, not in East Hawaii, that means basically whoever's got condos on the market, like somebody in this group, that is actually good news for them, because it's most of it's coming on the market is being snapped up pretty quick.
Yeah, not as quick as it used to be, but it's still very quick. Yeah. So that's good. So and then you look at residential, and again, this is an island-wide absorption rate. The residential numbers are 37.6. So even residential shows you a huge sway towards the seller side. You look at what's taking us down is commercial and land island wide, right?
Yeah.
Land's at 17%, commercials at 15%, businesses is at 12% absorption rate. So
yeah,
that's what's taking the overall statistics down. Now we jump into North Kona, that kind of rounds out everything in North Kona at 44.67%. So again, double what a normal market should be.
Yeah.
So that's a big number there. Yeah. So I'm going to jump down to my boots on the ground numbers that I always look at when it comes time. And that is the old school number.
Okay.
Island wide. Number of sales down 40%. Okay, so that tells us a lot. Well, the listings were down, I think, about 30%, and the sales are down 40%. So it's not creating a huge gap there. If we look at, let's go to our North Kona that we focus on. Residential sales are down 32%. We had 25 in February and 37 a year ago in February.
Wow.
Remember a year ago, we had an extra day in the month too.
Right.
Condominiums off by 44%. We had 26 sales this month, 47 a year ago. I'm going to say this year in February.
Yeah.
But we're going to see something really interesting here, Julie. And I know you've been waiting for this one here. Okay.
The price?
The price. The first time I have seen the price below $1 million, a median price, in I don't know how long, over a year, I think. Median price went to 965 in February.
Down from 1.125
A year ago, yeah.
a year ago.
And down from 1.2 last month.
Yeah. Okay.
So could be a fluke. It's something new. It's the first time in all this time in 3 years that we've seen the number actually go down, the median price number go down. So is this the beginning of a trend? Is it a glitch month? What do we got? Let's watch and see.
Well, especially when it says it's down 15%, that's like headline making news, double digit decline year over year in a home price in
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Yeah, there you go. So, and then we got condos up double digit.
Oh, 24%. Wow, look at that. 580. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
And
well,
so typically over all this time, I typically have seen where condos start, homes drop first and then condos. Homes go up first, they hit a peak, and then what happens is condo starts catching up, and they get so close to homes, then homes start rising again. And then as homes come down, they get closer to condos are going to start dropping. So this could be the beginning of a trend. It could be just a blip with condos being up 25%.
Yeah. Well, I saw a Kona Coffee Villas condo is 550, and the people that I was showing said that seems excessive. And I'm like, well, okay. And then they got 3 offers today. So yeah. It's, if there's not enough inventory and people are saying, if that's what's available, that's what it costs, and that's what it costs. Yeah. So yeah.
Totally. And look at how many places were on Caravan today.
Nothing. With one condo.
3. Yeah, one condo.
And then one $2.5 million house. And then what was the other one?
And that one at 2.5 was on last week. So I don't know why they put it on 2 weeks in a row. Last week when we went to that 2.5, the light from the swimming pool was floating around the stairs.
Oh, that's nice.
So maybe
hey, do you know, are these $2 million houses actually moving? It seems that we have a variety of high end homes sitting. Oh, you're going to do days on the market. Okay, let's we'll segue to that when we get there, just to see kind of like what, and I don't know if we can do market segmentation, because it looks like there's a bunch of people waiting for those homes under $1 million, hopefully in the 850 range, because I have a bunch of buyers who are ready to jump when we have housing that actually goes down below 800,000.
Yeah,
I know what's going to happen.
It'll be interesting to see. Average days on market, North Kona, it's 60. Up to 60%.
Yeah, and on last year, I looked at that number; it was 35, so double how long it's been sitting on the market.
Okay. And again, this is everything in North Kona, right?
Yeah, 83% list to sold.
Final list price to sold price. Again, this is including land, condos, and everything. So we want to jump up to condo sales volume.
Okay, so South Kahala, that's good, 99%.
Yeah.
North Kona, okay, 105.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
So really, really interesting. And average days on market 18.
Oh,
so take a look at that.
Wow. Well, Kona's where it's at.
So residential, you know what? We were looking at land, and I'm sorry, we were looking at land down there. I thought it was a combined number.
Oh,
we were
okay.
actually looking at land. So
it's 97. Okay. So land was 105%.
No, condos was 105. Land was the one that was down at 80, or what was that number? 80 something, I think.
Okay. I might think, wow, it was really low. Yeah. Okay, so 97%. Which makes sense. We've been seeing what people are doing. In fact, for the people on the call, some of these really high priced like 3 million, they all of a sudden go, we're going to slash the price by like $200,000. And you're like, oh, I still can't afford that. But I've seen some pretty big price drops on some of those really expensive homes.
Yeah, I don't like on this report, a final list price to sold price, final list price to sold price, final list price to sold price. I like the final price to the final list price. And they've got a typo here. I called them just before the show and they corrected the front thing because there was a typo in there too. And this seems to be a thing because we want to see what the actual final list price to sold price. I think this is the actual original list price.
Okay.
So they
Yeah,
went down to
okay, so the North Hilo, I guess they only sold one. They sold one house. Doesn't that seem
North
weird?
Hilo, yeah.
Okay, because to have it at such low, that's kind of interesting. Okay, so that
Yeah.
makes best sense though. Average days on market 39. Okay, not 60 for a home.
Yeah, so it's all over the board and the best price. I mean, do you want me to jump in since we're live here and actually do the Kona, like it'll show me the much better numbers?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, I think that our viewers would like that since they all,
Okay.
in fact, the people that are on the call, well, Kevin already owns a home. He just probably wants to see what, make sure that his housing prices are still holding steady. But some other people are like in the market. So yeah. And also, what's happening now is kind of like what is okay. So this is so you everyone on the call, when Lance and I do these things, we always kind of talk about seasonality. And what's happening is that usually by now, anybody who came to buy a house in January and February during the snowbird season has bought a house. So usually around mid-March is when we're saying, okay, that's kind of out of the market. So now we're kind of in this shoulder experience of housing. So what's happening now kind of shows you an interesting snapshot into what is good. I think the spring market's going to kind of look like.
It is, yeah. This one, sorry, so turn. So we're gonna go. This thing won't let you update it. Q1 2023 to 228. Oops. Okay, and then we have 37 residential. So here's residential homes, and I'm gonna move this whole thing to my next screen. Sorry, you guys. If you see me looking to the left, I'm looking to see what you're saying. And I see there's a question there.
Oh, chat. Sorry. Not everyone who came to buy a house found a house. Oh, Jim, I'm sorry.
So here's a 25, but if we jump into this summary, this is my favorite report actually, is just this, and they don't run that on the MLS. They don't run that for you as an automatic report. But if you look at the listing price, so sale to current price and sale to original price. And this is just for the Kailua Kona area. So this is where I can kind of jump out and not have to look at the combined numbers. So we're at 96.8% to the original price. So this comes into play with the price reductions you're talking about, Julie. But if you look at sale to current price, 98%. So that means if they dropped their price 2%, they were selling it within 2% of that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
wait a minute, so just so again to be clear, so they had to drop their price by almost 5%, and then they sold that for 98%.
Well, I look at the median. If you want to go average, if the median,
so it's the median, right? So they dropped it 4% to get the 96, right?
96.8. So
right. So almost 5, right? And then from that,
3, just over 3. They're selling for 96.8% of their of their original price they had it for.
Right.
So almost 97%.
Okay. So yeah. So I mean, there's still so the price
They're
of the
dropping
houses are still coming
3%.
down about 3%. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So
and you look at, like, when you say somebody was way overpriced, you look at this, the lowest one from sale to original price was at 81% of what somebody came up with.
yeah.
The highest was 113%.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Because we're still having, there are some still multiple offers happening in the market for price, for homes that are, what people can, consider, the ones that they want. So,
yeah. Yeah.
okay.
And there's our median and our sale price. So median from listing price is $950, median from sales price is $965.
Okay.
So,
there we go.
and then we can jump over and just switch this to condos, jump out of there and pull that up. Let me hit the summary. Sale to current price at 98 and sale to original price at 97.7. Median
So the
days on,
condos didn't have to drop their price as much as single family homes.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
It dropped some, but not as much.
Yeah.
And then median days on market was 10, average was 27, highest was 110, lowest was sold before before it got listed, basically.
Okay. So there we go.
So yeah. And the interesting,
But you know what though? Did you see that condo for 135,000? Where the heck is that? Is that one of those leasehold properties that is going to get torn down? That's messing up the entire
oh, was there one last month on that or this month?
135. It's like you can't find a $135,000 condo.
You know what? Let me change this to my MLS line sold price. So this one at 135.
Yeah. What the heck?
Oh, let's look at what the heck.
Sorry, guys, I'm going through my own little personal rabbit hole here.
Leasehold.
Leasehold.
This is on Kokini Highway, and this was. I don't see anything terrible about it. When's our leasehold day? Oh, this is Kailua Village. What?
And for people on the internet, I just want you guys to know that really at the end of the day, there is no $135,000 condos in Kona. And this one being leasehold has its own issues, right, Lance?
Yeah, why is this a leasehold on? Because Kailua Village is not a leasehold.
Maybe that one, I don't know, it's weird.
Oh, Kona West, the project. Sorry, Kona West is leasehold, and you cannot do short-term vacation rentals. You can't do anything with them.
Okay.
And it is the leasehold details. It expires in 2035.
Okay. 10 years left, 135. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Where's the financial details? The leasehold fee was monthly maintenance was $615. They didn't separate this out. It could be the total fees on it. So, but yeah, there is something catchy. Like you say, there's 10 years left on it. You can't do short sale.
Yeah. And also, if you notice that the washing machine and dryer are coin operated.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that that's not a real condo, damn it.
No, and the next one at 385, and then they go up.
Yeah, that's a little bit more like, realistically. So there you go. And just so you guys can see that, what's this one? Is that a condo for $8 million?
Yeah, but it sold for 8.3, so they got quite a bargain.
Okay, so as you guys can see, we have a swinging experience in terms of pricing here in Kona. So, okay, well, that looks beautiful. That's a condo.
Yeah, these are all condos. They're those condos out in Kohana Iki, or not
Oh,
yeah, Kohana Iki.
well, that's not fair. Those are, I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, but
Okay.
they've always been included in everything we look at, you
Yeah,
know.
okay. Okay.
And the kind of thing is to look at like what were the terms, look how many sold for cash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look how
So,
many
okay,
were
so that we do this
transacted.
sometimes, we kind of miss that. So are we looking though that, we're looking at, 2/3 cash, 1/3 conventional financing? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, a little
Okay.
close to it.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't have that counted out. I usually
Yeah.
got it in a spreadsheet with the numbers
Yeah.
next to me.
Yeah.
So,
Because
but
just with the
close enough.
rates,
Yeah.
I'm sure that, a lot of people who can spend cash are spending cash. And I think that people who have to rely
Yeah.
on a mortgage are kind of pulling back a little bit. So,
Yeah. Yeah. We're seeing that with the total number again of listings and sales.
mhm,
So why we're here, let's just look at let's look at how many are active. Again, we got 85 homes that are active right now. We should have 150, 160 homes active right now. So let's look at condos. How many are active? We got 47 condos active right now. So yeah, no inventory. We should have over 100 condos, and we should have choices. We don't have them. The
yeah,
people that are holding out, they got two things against it. It's not the right property for them, and the interest rates are down, so they're just holding off. They're
yeah,
waiting for that
yeah,
inventory to come
yeah.
in.
Yeah, what my, I've got buyers and, they're waiting. They're not killing themselves. They're saying, you know what, looking for the right thing at the right time,
Yeah.
just kind of chilling. Got people who are a year and a half out, kind of
Hmm.
kicking the tires, showing up to the island to kind of like look around, drive around the neighborhoods. So there's still that level of, people kind of waiting. So,
Yeah.
um,
Totally. Totally.
okay, so you want to go into the next thing. So
Yeah.
before we do that though,
How'd
the
you get the
people who are
head?
actually on the call, do they have questions about what's happening with the housing market? Is there a
Yeah.
question from the gallery about what's happening that we can answer right now for you guys? Looking in the old chat department.
I don't see
Anybody?
anything.
Anybody? Okie dokie. Lance is now going to talk about what's going on with the Cesspool pilot program. And this is actually the entire county.
Entire
So
state.
a state. Okay.
Yeah,
State.
yeah. So this, yeah, I think we've talked enough about, the state, what's going on in the state with cesspools. They want to try to get rid of them all by 2050 is the goal. Bunch of different things going on, but one thing that they did that did pass and is a law now. It's Act 153, I believe. It is a pilot program to see how this works. So they call it a grant for up to $20,000 to upgrade your cesspool. To either some type of new wastewater system. Okay. And you have 24 months. This program is the pilot program is good for 24 months, $5 million, which equates to 225 grants that will be given away. So I was told originally that there was about 90 earmarked for the Big Island. I was told yesterday during a meeting that that it was first come, first serve. So that's interesting because they're trying, and these are only for priority 1 and priority 2 zones. So it's really cool. You can, all this stuff, you can check it from this site. So you can see in red here, the application will be posted on the 15th. I think with 88,000 cesspools in the state, we're looking at, I think there's somewhere 13,000 are in the priority 1 and 2 is all that's in there. So that's still 13,000 people may be vying for the 225 grants that'll be given is what will be giving out. So they have a map to find out, an interactive map to find out if your property's in it by the map. You can click on that, or you can look it up by your actual TMK number. I'm going to go ahead and just look at. I'll just put in my old address because I know it has a cesspool or in a septic here. This kind of goes over what's going on in the map and how to use it. I will post this in the chat for you guys too. So let's,
Yeah.
but let's
And just so you guys know, as you're looking at this entire map of the whole Hawaiian island chain, all the red areas on all these little islands are the places where they're having like a concentration of cesspools. And so you can see that down in our island, there's a huge swath of red going all the way up from what, like South Kahala, all the way down to South Kona, right?
Yeah. So, and so everything in this red zone is either a priority 1 or a priority 2. Okay, so all these homes all could qualify for this grant to get it switched over. So, very interesting. You can zoom in on it. You can click on your property. You can see if you do it. If somebody here that's in this room that has a property wants to know what zone you're in, I'm not going to call that person out, but this is for housing only. I'm going to zoom out and just look at an area to see what that particular area may be in. A particular area is not included in priority 1 and 2.
Oh, look at that. That certain person gets to skirt this issue right now.
Yeah, if they have a cesspool, I don't know, but yeah, so that is Hinalani, and anything that is on that side of Hinalani is out of the zone. So
Wow.
why they choose this street as their marker, I don't know. There is that marks that I X'd out at first goes into different reasons and how they have chosen the areas. It has more to do. A big thing is along the coastline. Another thing is along wells and things like that.
Yeah.
Are there. So
Okay.
that's a big part. I'm not real happy with this. They've got 3 versions of the map out, but Julie was talking a minute ago about where the red areas are on the Big Island. You can see that we've got a lot of zone 1 and 2. There's a total of 5,119 zone 1 and 2 here on the Big Island. So I see 2 questions there. Let's see.
Chat.
Yes, I am on the wrong side.
Side of the street, Kevin.
Kevin called himself out, so we're good there. We are good there. So, yes, let me share that link. And you guys make sure you pop it out and save it real quick before we sign off, because it won't be there anymore, right?
Yeah, to grab that. That's good information for we can leave that in the after this goes on YouTube. I can put it back into the comment section too, so people can know about that. There are income restrictions though.
Yeah, let's jump into that too. So back.
Clearly they want to make sure that obviously they're helping people who really can't afford to do this themselves. So the $20,000 is giving to the people, there you go, who hit those different income median incomes.
So yeah, Hawaii County right there. So if you're, let's say, a household of 5, you had to have made under 144,000 for the year 2022. Household of 4 is 133. One person living there, you had to make under 93,000 to qualify for that. So
that's somebody who's held on to their house for a very long time.
Yeah. No, I mean that's your income, your median.
Yeah, but $93,000. I mean, it's hard to live like that. Sorry, guys, but it's not the worst. It just, I'm not going to talk about affordability. Anyways, so
but you know what's cool, real quick, you guys, and I'm sorry to mean to interrupt you, Julie. They just added this. I asked them for this morning, and it was on there by lunch. So
oh, good. Okay, see, because I know that you're the guy that knows the cesspools.
Yeah, so it will go through and explain the whole thing to you.
Good. And then you mentioned that first come, first serve, and the amount of money that they're pouring into this program is like 5 million.
5 million, yeah, okay. 5 million.
So,
and it caps at 20,000 per parcel, or per grant.
There you go.
So
and
don't expect any of them.
You have to do the work first before you get your money back.
You know what? I was corrected on that. So no,
you were okay.
But it has to be done within a 9-month period of getting approved. So
so they'll give you $20,000 and tell
you still have to get it done prior. You can go get approved for it.
Okay.
And if anybody's going to do that, make sure you print out these, because I've seen this map change 3 times. Okay. Print out the map. There's a little print button to the side of that map that you can do that. And I would also back it up with your TMK numbers. Okay, so you would go to Hawaii County. This is provided by them, so that's a big thing. And I think we all know how to use Control F, right? Control F, you just put in we're 3702, you know, and it's going to tell me there's 1 out of 32 in here of that, right? And you but you put in your whole 9 numbers. If you've got a CPR lot, you leave off the last. So you only put in the first 9 numbers, and this will find you in there and print that page and highlight that too. I think that's important to document everything you're doing here.
Yeah.
If I had a number in front of me, I would keep going.
Right. And I should know this, but just help me on this one. You can find out your TMK number on your house without calling your realtor by going to the county and putting in your zip code, and it gives you a TMK number.
You can put in your address and get your TMK number. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes. Yep. So you can get all that information. Your tax bill obviously will have it on there. That's
Okay.
what everything's based off of.
Okay.
If you want to call your realtor and say hi and find out what your TMK number is, they can find it for you really easy too.
Yep.
So all that's good. So back it up with everything there.
Okay.
You know what's interesting? This is a surprise. I didn't have Julie ready for this one. The fourth quarter stats are in of top foreign buyers.
Oh, look at that. Top states. Oh,
Top
look at that.
states.
Top states. Number of sales, Hawaii, huh? And by dollar amount, Hawaii. Wow.
So California comes in second with 669 purchases from California this year. 200 from the state of Washington, 107 from Oregon, and on down the line there.
Yeah.
And this is what I love. Who's buying where? So North Kohala, you know, Hawaii is buying 39 million, right? It was down. So this is down 82 and 79 million. So you can see Canadians bought in North Kohala, the Kohala coast. We saw anywhere from Canadian to Japanese to Korean to Australian to New Zealand bought there. Kona, we had Canadians. That was it.
Wow.
Ka'u just had Hawaii, California, Washington, Texas, and Alaska.
Interesting. I do get quite a few calls from people from Texas saying, I want open land, damn it. I'm going to live in Mountain View.
Yeah. Yeah. And so
Puna. There we go. Yeah, I got a lot of people from Arizona looking for inexpensive land to spread out.
Yep.
Interesting.
There you go.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
This
This has just been a treasure trove of statistics from Lance Owens today, you guys. So, if you like doing this better than the live on Facebook, let us know, because this is an opportunity for you guys to get that information. You get a chance to actually see it on the screen. So
that's all I got for you, Julie.
Yeah. So there we go. So you guys can see where the money's coming into, and also that it looks like Hawaii is still a hot housing market. So okay. So if anybody has any more questions in the old chat room, let us know. Otherwise, you guys, obviously, again, if you are looking to buy or sell, Lance and I, we don't work for the same company, but we're on the same team. So if you guys are looking for Lance to work with as your realtor, please contact him directly. We will, again, put the information down below. He'll let us know. He's amazing. We're a great team too. We all work together. We're amazing. So 365 HawaiiLiving.com gives you guys a chance to join the Ohana, so you guys can have access to the private Facebook group, and you guys get a chance to have one-on-one with us as we're doing these every month. And just so you know, for next month, it's going to be April, and we are looking at, and I haven't told Lance this yet, we are looking at the 6th, April 6th. Hopefully he can make it.
I hope so. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll miss is May. We're going to DC in May for.
Okay. So maybe we'll push the May statistics report further into the month.
I think it'll early. We're gonna have to cut it early.
Do it early.
I think I leave the 5th. I leave the 5th in May.
Okay. So then we could do maybe the 4th, depending on if I fly out to see Jimmy Buffett in San Diego early or not that day. So We'll let you guys know. So, and again, if you
Yeah.
guys want to like start getting involved with knowing when these things are coming up, I have a real estate newsletter that goes out once a month to give people opportunities to know when the calendars are of the West Hawaii report, the East Hawaii report, and our TT&T, which is an island-wide report. Just send me an email at julie@ziemelis.com and I'll get you on that. So, so thanks
Question
again,
after we're
Lance,
done.
for jumping in here on this beautiful afternoon where our waves are crashing, our skies are blue, the volcano stopped going off. It's an amazing day to be here. And if you guys want to be here too, let's sell you a
I
house.
gotta tell you something funny that, well, we don't want to record, so I'm
Okay,
gonna say,
okay, I'm gonna pull this off
stay
the
on for a
recording.
minute. I'm gonna
See
tell
if you
you.
were part of our group, you get to, you know, the inside stuff. So, so we'll see you guys next month, and thanks for viewing.
Yeah, thanks.